So, mate, anyone coming to you? Any new...
Yeah, well, actually, yesterday we had our first summer signing.
Oh, aye.
Yeah, we had Matt Targett has signed a new 4-year deal. You know, we had him on loan starting in January.
Right.
Amazing. He's done really, really well for those 6-month period or however long he came in for, and he's fully deserved. You know, we looked at a few other options. I think that in the interview at Newcastle he did say that before the Burnley game, the last game of the season,
right.
Eddie Howe kind of took him to the side and was like, you know what, we really want to keep you, we want to sign you, so we'll just we'll wait and see and get the deal sorted. And even Matt Targett in the interview after he'd signed, he was like, yeah, Eddie Howe kind of pulled me aside, he said we're going to sign me, and then it kind of went quiet for a long time. So if you think about it, Matt Targett sat at home like, oh god, what's happening now? And obviously there's a lot of rumours we were going in for Atletico's Lodi, but I think that we were definitely priced out of that deal. I think that we probably would have gone ahead with Lodi if we had the opportunity, but bringing in Matt Targett was one of the deals that I was really happy with. He's proven himself in the Premier League.
Yeah, proven Premier League. Yeah.
He's proven himself in the Newcastle squad as well. Really tightened that back line up, and I think that him going into that the back line now for the next season and for the next couple of years now is going to be great.
Is he your first choice centre back then? Do you reckon?
It won't be centre back. It'll be on the wing, I think.
Oh. Right.
Yeah, so we'll have the back four will definitely be Kieran Trippier on one side and Matt Targett on the other side. Right. Dan Burn in the middle, and we're still looking at who can partner Dan Burn in the middle still. So that's one of the other positions that we're looking for. But I think that for Matt Targett, he's still like a young lad, and he has those aspirations to get into the England squad again. Or not even been into the England squad. He wants to get into the England squad. He looks at Trippier on the other side and if he can do it, I'd definitely do it as well. Trippier played for England in the Nations League, and he's the first player from Newcastle for like 5, 6, 7 years now.
Oh, aye.
That
to make it to the squad.
Make it to the England squad. Yeah.
Oh,
you look at some of the players that we've had who've definitely been knocking on the door to get to an England call up, and he was the first one. So. I think that for Matt Targett, it's a good ambition for him to play well. He could even make it to the World Cup squad. You never know.
You never know, mate. Yeah, get your head down, play well,
exactly.
See where it goes.
Yeah.
Is that deal for Lodi? Is it dead then? Or
I would say so. Yeah. I mean, some of the figures that you see for a player like that, and it kind of just shows that the owners of Newcastle are not going to get. We're not going to be held to high transfer fees as what we're going to be doing.
Just because you got a big booty.
Exactly. Yeah.
I often say that to you,
but if that's the whole point, I mean, everyone knows we have money, and everyone knows that are we going to spend it? And we are going to spend it on quality players, but we're not going to be held to if a player's worth 15 million, we're not going to pay 35, 40 for it. We just know it.
But unfortunately, I think clubs are going to be trying it on with you. They know
I think that's
situation.
the case, yeah. I mean, even today, I think we're hearing some kind of rumours that Sven Botman's finally agreed a fee for him now. So that's kind of a progression where we're heading now. I think that I've been hearing a few rumours about Hugo Ekitike as well, that he's kind of holding out still about joining Newcastle, which for me, I'm kind of at the point now where if those rumours are kind of true, I'm kind of just like, we need to move on now.
Right.
Because we had everything kind of agreed for him in January. On the last day of the season, or last day of the transfer window, sorry,
right,
he was he pulled out the deal as well. So he pulled out the deal in January. We kind of have everything agreed back now in the summer, and he's we're hearing rumblings now where he's waiting for Dortmund or waiting for some other teams to come in for him. And if that's the case, then fine, just go. Just don't. We're not interested. Do you
think maybe he's holding on to see who else is signing for Newcastle and who could be the start of the revolution?
Maybe. I mean, he's a young lad.
How old is he?
I think he's around 19, 20.
Right, okay.
So
that time's on his side.
It is. I mean, but for those kind of players that I can understand. He's actually no, I can't understand because he's a young player. He's not proven. He's not really done much. He's had one good season where he scored like 10 to 15 goals, and I think that you can't. There comes a time where you can't be jolly big boots, and you can't just be like, I want to go here, I want to go there, and kind of call the shots. He's still a young lad, not really proven anywhere. He's played in France, but like, who cares? Like
Probably the French people.
But even
they are not listening loud.
Yeah, but even everyone knows the French league is rubbish. Like, who cares about the French
I wouldn't say rubbish, but it's not.
Rubbish, though,
It's not the top standard.
It's not exactly. It's not the top standard, and everything. If you want to be like,
there are some levels in between top and rubbish. It's not just black and white. You're black and white with your Newcastle strip on.
But for me, I think the Championship's harder than League One.
Maybe tougher to play and more physical.
Exactly.
Get the shit kicked out of you.
Exactly. Yeah, but that's what my point. He's played in France, and like, it's not. I mean, you score 15, 20 goals in France. Like, it's not a big deal, right? I mean, it's whether you can do it in Spain. Can you do it in Italy? Do it in England?
Regardless of the leagues, it's going to a new club. You're never guaranteed that anyone's going to succeed at a new club. Who knows, mate? It's always a little bit of a gamble. Some players you're more assured of than others. But I mean, like Haaland going to City, I think that's going to work.
You think so?
No, it's going to be terrible. He's on the bench every game.
I don't know. I think he has some injury problems, and I think
that could go
hamper
against
him as well.
Yeah,
we'll see.
I think he's got the physicality. I think he's got the attributes to succeed in the league.
He has. He has.
Be interesting to see, when he comes up against the Virgil van Dijks of this world. That would be an interesting battle.
But he's gonna. I think he has to. He has to be careful, doesn't he? Because I think that a lot of players are going to be looking at him and trying to ruffle his feathers and kick him a little bit. Test him and see how much they can get away with. And I think that referees kind of have to. They're not well known for looking after players.
Yeah, I think because it might not be the physicality of the players as such in the Premier League. It might just be how much the refs let go. I think that's the big surprise for players coming from the continent.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because it is a lot more physical.
Yeah,
because the games are harder. I mean, even if in the Premier League you look at teams who are fighting at the bottom of the table, and they're still far better than teams that could be 6th, 7th, 8th in like a Spanish league or
Do you reckon?
Yeah, for sure. If you look at like teams like Leicester, would you rather play Leicester or Getafe? They're miles apart,
Oh, Getafe's a hard game. I found Barca really struggle when we go.
Leicester would be a lot harder, I think.
I found Getafe kicked them. They're very physical. I think when Bordelas was with them, I think were they playing some very physical football under them, or were they playing good football? I can't remember now.
But I do still think that even the mid-table Premier League teams, even the bottom, are far better than the mid-tables of other leagues.
You reckon?
I think so, and that's why it's so difficult.
I think teams struggle because it's the tempo that the Premier League's played with. It's a fast game. It's a lot of kick and rush, and like when I watch other leagues, it's a lot more
slow and relaxed and possession based.
It's a lot more possession based, and I don't think the fans want to see you building out from the back, taking it back, and doing something with the ball, creating beautiful plays. I don't think they'd be too excited with the old kick and rush, route one, have it, get after it. But that's for me is you watch a Premier League game and maybe the technical level's not there, but it's got that exciting. They're kicking the ball up high. They're going, go on, knock it down for the next guy. Oh, he's got flattened.
Yeah.
Boom, boom, counter attack. We're going this way. We're back there. Yeah, it's a higher tempo. I think it's a bit more exciting like that. Because some of the Barca games I've watched in the past, if I wasn't a Barca fan, I'd be thinking, this is boring. Yeah. But because I'm a Barca fan, we're recycling the ball. We're trying to move it this way, move it that way, bring the defence out, trying to look for holes. I can appreciate that, but I think if I wasn't a fan, I'd be thinking, passing back again, doing this.
Yeah, but for me, when I've been watching some Newcastle games, I've kind of been thinking, just keep the ball, you know, because I feel like we're too route one, like direct, straight up, let's just attack.
But I don't think you players haven't been brought through to do that, have they? They haven't got. Whereas it's in the Barca DNA.
Exactly.
You keep the ball, recycle, don't lose it.
But that's what I would wish that Newcastle played those type of games, especially when we're 1-0 up and we've not been well known for keeping a lead or losing a lead and keeping it to the very end of the game. So I think that we have to look at different kind of routes of winning games, and I think that when Eddie Howe looks at the squad, especially for next season, I think we're going to do a lot better in recycling balls and doing a lot better with different positions and things like that. So we'll see how it goes. I think next season with a full pre-season in us, we've got some good games coming up, so we'll see.
Do you reckon there's a possibility that everyone tries to hike up their prices and Newcastle end up not really with any marquee signing? Do you think that could be a possibility, or is there going to be a marquee signing there, do you reckon?
It depends what we class as a marquee signing, because if we buy Ekitike, if he does end up coming, that's a 30 million buy. Sven Botman, you're probably looking at under 30 million. I mean, that's not... I mean, you wouldn't say that's high profile, but it's definitely up there with quality of bringing the squad quality a lot higher.
What do you think of the Leipzig player Nkunku?
He's okay.
Yeah, because I was listening to something and they were saying about so Madrid have missed out on Mbappe. Would Madrid be looking at this player, and like the pundits were saying, maybe, I guess so. In the limited games I have seen him, I have liked him. Yeah, he's an exciting forward.
There's a lot of exciting forwards moving forward, isn't there? Now, I mean, Diaby at Bayer Leverkusen is another one that could be signed by Newcastle as well, but that's going to cost 50 odd million. It's a lot of money. So it depends. I mean, it depends what you think of as a high profile kind of player. I mean, for me, getting Sven Botman and just shoring up that back line now, I think he's the last piece of the puzzle for our defensive line. If you look at it as the whole team as like a jigsaw, I think we do need to bring in Dean Henderson as a goalkeeper. I mean, I'm really happy with Dubravka, but I think that Dan Ashworth has come in now. He got Premier League approval now. He started his sporting director role last week. So his first deal was to get Mark Targett in straight away. Right. Apparently he's pulled out. He pulled out of the Dean Henderson deal to get that one through. Okay. So I don't know what happened there. So we'll see. But in the games that I've watched with you, Dubravka, he seems good. Decent. Yeah, really good. He is good, but he's getting on a bit now, isn't he?
Is he?
He's 32, 33 now. Yeah.
I thought he was younger than that. No, but he seems decent enough. Yeah. Getting in Henderson. Dean Henderson, yeah, mate, that'd be a good sign.
25.
Yeah. Because, I mean, is he still playing backup at United?
Yeah, he plays backup at United, yeah.
I mean, it's going to be hard to displace De Gea, though.
I don't know. From the comments from the Spain national manager, I don't know about that.
Yeah?
Yeah, he said he's not playing as well.
I thought he's bailed United out of some...
He has, but he's hardly had any clean sheets this year.
Is that his fault?
I mean, with that defence, you'd probably say not.